You think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the head when I'm wearing a pair of these? I have those pants too somewhere. I can say I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah, you could.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
I think Seabass was Cam Neely. Did we talk about that at some point?
The guy from Dumb and Dumber?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cam
Who
Neely.
was he? Cam
Cam
Who's
Neely.
Neely?
Cam Neely?
Boston Bruins.
Oh,
He was kind of a goon, wasn't he?
No, well, he was a power forward, so that guy could play. I mean, that guy was great, but he also he was very. He wasn't. I would never say he was a goon. The big thing that
He was
about
Seabass.
he was Seabass. Yes,
Kicks ass,
the guy could fight. He absolutely could fight. I mean, he's a hockey player. Surprise, fucking surprise. But I mean, he was talented, and there are a number of very famous injuries that he took that kind of derailed his career. Where he was very much like, flat out, they're really trying to stop anybody from singling people out to purposely injure. He was purposefully injured, I think, like at least 3 times. The guy's just like, oh, fuck you, Cam Neely.
Man.
And they just go after his leg, and it's like, oh, Cam Neely's retiring because, well, he can't walk much anymore.
Oh, God.
Man.
I mean, it's not that bad. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah. Well, Jim Carrey also put Cannibal Corpse in one of his movies, so.
Oh, I mean, you guys talking about Sonic?
Oh wait, was Cam Neely Canadian?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a Canadian connection there, I guess.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I mean, are you guys talking about?
We're assuming Jim Carrey is a hockey fan since he's Canadian.
Right.
It's probably safe to assume, but he's also a big metalhead. You guys know that, right?
Yeah,
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, that story about him meeting Pantera was crazy.
We should have him on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The story about him meeting Pantera was awesome, but also he actually, pretty sure it was him specifically, got Pantera into the latest Sonic the Hedgehog sequel.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yes, Pantera. Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched either one of those. So
it is. They are worth.
I've heard they're pretty good.
They are seriously. My son is now an insane Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and so I have to watch all of the 30 different cartoons that involve Sonic, and they're all weird, bizarre. Like they don't overlap at all.
If it makes money,
one way or another. But so we've sat through the movies, and they are not bad. I would honestly say I've enjoyed both of them. Immensely.
All right,
I'll pass, but I'll take your word for it.
Really,
so what Pantera song is it?
Walk.
Yeah, I figured.
Of course.
Yeah. I thought it'd be Suicide Note Part 2.
Listen up, kids.
Good friends in a bottle of pills. Yes.
Yeah.
She could have been on.
Oh, God.
I fucked your girlfriend last night.
While you're snoring, Joel, I fucked your love.
Didn't make the cut.
Dad, what does that mean?
Yeah. Let me taste her sugar hole.
Well, that's just Sonic when he goes through those weird portals. That's
the
what
sugar
the sugar
hole.
hole is. That's what he's talking about.
He's tasting it, and it goes.
He had his mouth open when he entered it, and that's why I was able to taste it.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
No.
Name of this episode is Sugar Hole.
Yeah. Taste her sugar hole.
Taste Sonic's sugar hole.
Oh, good lord!
That sounds like a commercial for Sonic. The restaurant.
Fast food place.
Yeah. Taste our sugar hole.
Out of curiosity, why are we talking about?
I thought you brought up Sonic for some reason.
No. But why are we talking? You guys started talking about the.
It started with Seabass.
Yeah, it started with Seabass.
I just said
so
that randomly because you
guys didn't tangent into that from a discussion about Jim Carrey.
I think Tim said kick his ass, Seabass.
I did.
Because I did the Napoleon Dynamite guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to.
Right.
Wow. I just transitioned that into kick his ass, Seabass.
We can follow this thread all the way back.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I think we should. Let's break it down again.
No.
No.
I think we should start this episode.
Post.
Okay.
That might be a
good idea. Here we go.
Brush your teeth with this.
You know, we could take the makeup off. I'll bet you we could take the makeup off and it wouldn't make any difference.
You're crazy. When you take the makeup off, you're nuts.
Mellifluous.
What about the Alice in Chains action figures?
Yeah, I've been making some of me for the chicks.
Just a taste of what's going to happen to the rest of your stinking planet. Your civilization is obsolete, my man was.
Gee, we could take off the makeup. I mean, basically, when we started as a band. We started to play rock and roll, and that's what we could do.
Without the makeup, I think you're nuts.
I think that's good.
I didn't want to shock to you anyway!
Verisimilitude.
Ricky, quick, will you try to take my tunnel?
Let me see your cigarette lighter.
All right, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Welcome back to Somewhere in Time Podcast, everybody. SomewhereInTimePodcast.com. Go there, find all of our shit. Episode streaming there, links to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. So we are back. We're talking even more 1992 albums. This episode, we'll be talking about primarily Insecticide by Nirvana, but we've got an honorable mention of Sap by Alice in Chains. I am Eric, and we've got Tim here.
Yes, I'm here.
Joe is here.
Hi.
And Keith is here.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Oh, yeah, it was just my
Happy birthday.
And I guess the next recording we're going to do will be saying the same thing to you, Joe.
That's right.
Well, let's see how far we get. See how this one goes.
All right.
Yes,
so,
I turned 46.
well,
Catching up.
Yeah.
I'm not the youngest of us, though.
You still got a 4 on the left
Joe
side.
is, yeah, Joe is days, 10 days younger than me, right?
9,
46?
motherfucker.
Yeah, I think I'm still 46.
9, 10, whatever, same fucking thing.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I'm still 46.
I can do the math.
47 next month. All right. I guess we'll start with the honorable mention, right? We'll start with Sap.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
Play.
Switch it up there, huh?
Play one of these 4 songs.
Yeah,
5. Come on.
5 songs. Yes. I
4
keep
and a
not
half.
counting that last one because it's kind of dumb. but
it's part of it, so
it is, yeah.
got to include it.
Let's play the hit. WCCC. Little Alice in Chains for you.
It goes away. All of this and more of nothing in my life. No colored clay.
All right, you get the idea. We've all heard that song before.
Mm-hmm.
Joe and I've heard it a lot.
Oh yeah, you guys played it.
Yes.
I didn't really listen to when we played, though.
He was too busy rocking to the ladies.
So this band obviously is Lane Staley on lead vocals, and you've got Jerry Cantrell on guitar, Mike Starr on bass on this one, and Sean Kinney on drums. Obviously, there's also a lot of additional things going on this album. Mostly the last song, because it says Sean Kinney drums, percussion, megaphone, and piano on Love Song.
Well,
So
they all
definitely
changed
megaphone.
instruments. So.
Yeah.
That's true. There's also guest vocalists.
Yes. Yeah, so Ann Wilson is on here a couple times from Heart, and Chris Cornell, and Mark Arm. I don't know who that is.
Mudhoney? What?
Oh, okay. I was never a Mudhoney fan. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're talking about, grunge in Seattle. I mean, Mudhoney was, and everyone's just like, oh man, they started something new. And it's like, Mudhoney's been doing this for years. But I mean, let's face it, Soundgarden's, first album came out in what, 88? It's like, not as though any of that stuff had just exactly started.
Yeah, right.
Nirvana's big, huge hit was their second album,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that would explain why it's credited. Well, it says Alice Mudgarden performs the song
Yeah.
Right Turn.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense now.
Yes,
So
the mud in there is from Mark Arm of Mud.
yes, I get it. I'm smart.
I'm smart.
And this was produced by Alice in Chains and Rick Parashar again.
Oh.
Heard that name before.
He's back.
He did 10, right?
I think that's correct.
Pretty sure he did 10, yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And Temple of the Dog, and Forced
No
Entry.
way.
He did Pride and Glory.
What?
Yeah, Blind Melon.
Makes sense.
Since you mentioned Temple of the Dog, I'll go ahead and say it right now. The song Right Turn is better than any song on the Temple of the Dog album.
Yeah, I think all these songs are better than
Yeah, yeah. We discussed that temple. I mean, well, Timeout, Hunger Strike is fucking good, but
Yeah.
Hunger Strike
one way or
is
another, let's
overplayed.
face it. I was
That's
really
close,
surprised at how lame that album was. Yeah, but let's talk about the fact that this was recorded for the most part, like some label, I guess, whatever their label was, that was putting out the single soundtrack, threw them into the studio for them to record the song
actually,
Wood
I
that
have
would be
a-
released in that.
I have a clip if you want to hear it. Of,
Please.
Karen Trell talking about this. So let's go ahead and play the clip.
So Cameron Crowe was going to do this movie called Singles, and I remember him asking me to write a song for it, and I demoed a song called Wood. I'd written a song for Andy Wood, who had just passed. We got some cash, so we went in to demo that song. But while we demoed that song, we had all these kind of acoustic tunes and like some stuff that would kind of develop into Dirt, as well. And it was different, there was like 5 or 6 songs, which basically we ended up later deciding to put together into the EP that ended up being Sap. I remember we were having a meeting down at the office or whatever, and Sean came in and he was all stoked up. He rolls in and he's like, "Man, I had this dream that we put those songs, those acoustic songs, man, we put it on an EP and we called it Sap, and it was killer." And we're like, "Okay, that sounds like a good idea, So we thought it would be kind of a cool Easter egg thing to do to not advertise it. We'll package it up, we'll put it in an EP, we'll make an acoustic EP, and we'll call it Sap, and we'll just throw it in the stores and let fans just kind of find it." It wasn't really like it was a hit right away, but it was just kind of a cool thing. And I remember actually we the first time we tried to play some of that stuff, I remember people were like throwing shit at us, like ice and cups and stuff. I'm like, whoa, it's pretty hard. And they're just sitting there scratching their heads because we were playing acoustic music, and we're supposed to be this rock band or whatever.
Man,
I do remember that, people saying things like, because he's right, that album came out of nowhere. Like it was just there. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know who it was, but there were a couple of our friends who were like, don't bother. It sucks. It's acoustic. It's not like the old, it's not like the first album.
But was it released after Dirt, or was it released before?
No.
It was before Dirt.
It was before Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 6 months before it, I think.
Yeah.
Or 7 months or something like that.
Yeah. So
it just goes to show you, let's face it, Alice in Chains, when they first, got their first offers for the big, opening act of so many of those major tours, and got, laughed at and thrown shit at. Then finally they figure, fuck this, and they come up with this acoustic album and get more shit thrown at them. And in the long term, I mean, this band just got abused so much, but fucking just stuck with it. And let's face it, I mean, I don't know that I'm not familiar with anything they've done with their current vocalist, but I mean, everything they put out back in the day with Lane Staley, fabulous work. It's fabulous.
Well, there's stories from like Megadeth and Slayer and those guys and Anthrax talking about how hardcore Alice in Chains was to stick through that. Like, there were literal moments on that tour where Lane Staley was like jumping off the stage and fist fighting people because they were getting so pissed because people were throwing shit at him the whole time. So, yeah, I got balls, man.
Yeah.
So, well, we can talk about the production.
Sure.
It's it is what it is. It
sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good.
Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, when you're doing an acoustic, I think that leads to a cleaner production sound. I think you can't really let throw in like flange effects or
Right.
echoes or whatever. You know, I mean, let's face it. Sure, you
Yeah.
could, but I mean, the board is not going to be as intensive using, when you're doing all acoustic shit as
Right.
if you were for normal electric stuff.
Yeah, even the guitar solos are like toned down a bit, so it's not so like his. I think they're a little distorted, but it's not super, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's mixed well. You can hear everything. Drums sound good. Bass sounds good.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay, good.
It's good.
I mean, I'd say it's probably better than good, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's
it's
just me.
acoustic. It's not like you said. There's not really. It's a different.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing to be mind blowing about the production of an acoustic
Yeah,
album. I mean,
right.
if everything comes in and you can distinctly, I mean, I love the fact that you can distinctly hear bass lines. You can hear everything going on percussion. It's using all the different vocalists. You can actually, when Ann Wilson is, I mean, let's face it, she's just doing backing vocals, during choruses. So it's nothing too distinct, but when all of a sudden you hear a female voice, you definitely can hear that, hey, there's a woman singing in there.
Yeah, it works really well.
Where'd she come from?
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does.
This band's never had an issue with production, though, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Or mixing, I guess, is more appropriate, but they always sound good on the albums.
I'm assuming it's an acoustic bass he's playing too. I don't know if you can tell or not, but
yeah, it probably is.
I can't
Not
see
that it
why they
matters too much,
wouldn't.
but-
Yeah, why he wouldn't have done that.
Don't know. Album cover. It's pretty straightforward.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
a book
That's
of
one
sap.
thing.
It's not
right.
It's not anything.
It's pretty
super
lame
creative.
album cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got an idea, guys.
I honestly,
How about we take
I never
a
even
tree?
paid attention to it until we were getting ready for this episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
This is how
I
they
was
get
like, oh,
sap.
that. I just looked at it. I was like, oh, that's what that is. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I didn't care.
did Sean mention at all why he wanted? It's called sap in his dream, but why? What's the significance of it to him?
I don't know. All I know is what I heard on that clip. So.
All right. Yeah, because I mean, let's face it, it's just like it's sap. Okay.
Maybe it's like slower and like sap kind of goes. Bleh. I don't know.
But yeah, but this doesn't go. bleh.
What does it do?
It goes.
It's a pretty good freaking album. I mean, it's
I've never heard
it's an
sap
EP,
before.
but-
Doesn't make a sound. It just it sort of drips out of the tree slowly.
Yes, into a bucket.
I know. I'd expect maybe some like Kraftwerk to maybe do some sap sounding stuff, but I don't know about Alice in Chains.
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right then.
Tracks.
It was released. I guess it was released on vinyl at first, and they combined, or at some point, and they combined this.
It wouldn't be at first.
Not at first, but yeah, they eventually, I guess, released this on vinyl, and it was combined with the other acoustic.
Oh, Jarflies.
Yeah, Jarflies. Yeah. I think one side was this, the other side was Jarflies, which would be really cool to have, but I think it's impossible to find now.
Jar of Sap.
Oh,
Jar of Sap.
challenge.
There you go. Yeah, well, good luck.
Off to Discogs we go.
It's probably hard to
Let's
find
see how
that
much
sort of
that's.
thing.
That's probably $180.
It's got to be
at
because
least.
it was limited, and there's probably bootlegs, but like the
Right.
original has got to be.
Yeah.
It was definitely limited though. That's what they said.
Well, if we
in the
start with
wikis.
Brother, I mean, the song is about. I mean, let's face it. Jerry wrote let's see here. I think him and Lane wrote the lyrics for one of the songs, but everything else was written completely by Jerry, right?
I think so.
Yeah, but I mean, let's face it. This song is actually sung by Jerry instead of Lane.
Yeah, and Lane
because
had encouraged Jerry to sing more on this.
I mean, let's
Lane
face it,
Staley's
the
Lane.
song's about it's Jerry's song about his brother.
Yeah.
Who, like, when his parents got divorced, Jerry stuck around with his mom, and his brother went and lived with his dad, and it was a very contentious relationship, as we discussed in the Dirt episode of our podcast. So if you don't know what we're talking about, hey, everybody, go back and listen to that one. But one way or another, so, he had a very, they were very distant for ages, and this was a kind of another, shout out to a sibling that kind of led to be a stepping stone for them to start talking again.
That would suck to have to be split apart like that.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I was about to say, let's be thankful none of our parents got divorced, but well.
Yeah. Oh well.
My parents are divorced.
Whoa, the
Your
tracks.
parents. Okay, well, really?
Thanks, Keith. Thanks. It's okay. I was grown. I don't give a shit. I found it for $70 after shipping from the Netherlands.
No, thank you.
Reissue. Probably
Reissue.
a bootleg.
Yeah.
Probably. Is it worth
Should we play
$70?
some of Brother?
No.
Yeah. I mean, play
Brother.
the chorus. Play the chorus because that's where we hear Mark and Chris and Ann Wilson.
Brother, try and hope to find you were always so far away. I know that pain, so don't you run away like you used to do.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's
What?
I think I'm going to get it. It's official. It's real. It's brand new.
he can't stop. You gotta get it. All right, well,
You said it was rare, and I found it for affordable.
I mean,
congratulations.
It's, you know,
$70. I mean, do you even know what? All right.
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're yeah.
You're not going to because I'm going to.
I found it for like 40 maybe, but whew. Anyway.
I know, like you're buying that from the Netherlands. It's going to take like a month and a half to get here.
Less.
All right.
Yeah, this song, it's one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah,
it's hard to come up with a favorite of this
I
album.
mean, you know, let's face it.
I know, it's only 4.5 songs.
Yeah.
5 songs. So.
It's 5 songs. Fuck you, man. It's 5. But this is another one of those albums. Like I love Dirt. I love Facelift, but I never got Sap. I never got what's the other one?
Jar of Flies.
Jar of Flies. Yeah, I didn't.
I think Jar of Flies is overall a better album than this.
Yeah.
In fact, this is, I mean, of the, I don't know if it's the worst album of the Lane Staley era albums.
I mean, as much as you could say that, it's I would still
great. I'm
absolutely
just saying.
recommend.
Yeah.
Especially if you could find this one like in the dollar bin. Like, I mean, it's just an EP, so it can't cost too much.
No, it's a great album. I'm just saying, like,
with a $72 bin for me.
I'm just saying of the Alice in Chains stuff, I don't go to this album very often.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm picking an album to listen to by Alice in Chains, it'll be Dirt or.
I mean, well, let's face it. This is a very different. I mean, this is like getting like Nirvana Unplugged or any of the Unplugged albums.
Sure. Yeah.
It's definitely listen to this. It's kind of cool hearing them. I mean, let's face it. Was the MTV Unplugged even that popular at this point? Because I mean, them
they
putting
didn't
out
do theirs. Well, they didn't. Yeah, because
I mean, they did one.
Alice in Chains had done that.
They did one late though, compared to the other Seattle bands. I think didn't they? They did it like the last.
They did. Yeah, they were because Lane Staley was in rough shape when they did theirs.
Oh,
it was like
right.
95. So, maybe even 96. Because it was after.
It was
the
after.
last album.
It was after. Yeah, and remember that was where they put the friends don't let friends get friends haircut.
That's right. So it was
Friends
96.
Yeah, 96.
And they opened with Brother on that, I believe.
Nutshell, I think.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it was the first song on Jar of Flies.
We can find out.
Is Keith frozen for anybody else?
No, he's just not moving.
Wow.
Is he frozen for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
shit. Well,
No, you're fine,
I'm
Keith.
not frozen.
Ah.
Yeah.
Joe's new computer sucks.
It looks cool, but it's
It's not the computer; it's the internet here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Got Me Wrong. We already talked a little bit about that, but I'll play a little more.
the bass lick in that verse. I fucking love that.
There's a lot of cool guitar stuff going on in this song. This little like background licks he's doing, stuff like that. It's really cool.
Something's gotta turn out right.
I think to your point earlier, Tim, about Jerry Cantrell, I think this album was the first one where he really came out as one of their main vocalists. Like, because I don't, he did some backing vocals on Facelift, but
but time out. He did a lot of backing vocals on Facelift.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I'm saying. When I first listened to that album, I'm just like, why is this Lane guy singing when that guy sounds better? And, I mean, like this song in and of itself, like you just hear both Lane and Jerry just perfectly, like in unison with each other. And I think highlighting each other perfectly. I think as this band got, put out more and more stuff, and I really think that this song in and of itself shows the two of them just hitting a level together that you think about like guitarists like fucking Judas Priest, the two of them playing together. You think of Maiden with Adrian and
Dave Murray.
Like when they're doing these guys vocally, like this song, just like that. They just.
I think their chemistry came together really well on this album, and kind of pushing forward.
Chemistry, that's the word I'm looking for.
There you go. Yeah, we played this song a lot though in Mr. Fister. So
did the radio.
The radio. Yeah, exactly.
So that tarnishes it a little bit, like
it's a little overplayed.
It's still a good song, but
yeah,
it's not like I skip it or anything. It's just a little
overplayed.
Right Turn is the Chris Cornell song. Chris Cornell and Mudhoney, I guess, or what's his name? Mark Arm.
I think, is Ann Wilson on this one too, or no?
No.
No, she's on Am I Inside?
Yeah.
As well. Okay. Yeah. This song starts with the word inside, but it's not Am I Inside?
Yeah, I know.
Inside, always trying to get back inside, but it's so hard to penetrate big thick skin. I'm out of the low wheels I can get. I leave, but I can't forget. Still, I wonder why. Yeah, they ride.
I think the end of this song was like my favorite part, but
yeah,
when his voice, when he does the high.
Chris Cornell, it's like voice. Four different
blending.
vocalists, I think.
Yeah.
I'll play a little bit of it now, I guess.
Do it.
I wish they had done more together.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Brought him back for Jar of Flies, or like do an entire album,
Yeah.
like a full length album with him. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
And
now they're all dead.
I was gonna say, now it can never happen.
Half of these fucking people are dead.
I know. Mike Starr's gone. Lane Staley's gone. Chris Cornell. Yeah, it sucks.
If your friends are doing heroin, try to tell them to stop.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Nirvana later. We're talking about heroin.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Am I Inside? This is the only one where it's not solely credited to Jerry Cantrell in this on the album.
I mean, this is a very proggy song. I mean, this thing started, and I'm sure I heard this, back when I was in college and stuff, but I don't own this album. So listening to this now was kind of like listening to it for the first time. There is so much, the piano, I love the piano going on. A lot of different stuff with the percussion, like, just laying out like rolling on the cymbal bell, just nice little like touches here and there that go to show you that these guys are musicians.
Yeah.
They are trained professionals. They know what they're doing. They're not just an act.
I always go back. I mean, I think Alice in Chains ultimately is my favorite of the grunge bands. I mean, I guess if you could like the big four, I guess of grunge, I would call them my favorite. It goes back and forth between them and Soundgarden because then I hear Soundgarden, I'm like, shit, maybe Soundgarden's my favorite.
Yeah, it's because
Soundgarden had so much more. Because I'm like Keith, I don't know the new stuff with Alice in Chains at all. I know a few of the songs, but they really only had 3 albums and 2 EPs.
Yeah,
Soundgarden had tons of good albums.
Yeah, I mean, Pearl Jam. I mean, let's face it, Pearl Jam's the one band left that can still keep on doing with the original lineup, so to speak.
True. But their last
and time out, they only got created because of heroin overdose. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't move to Seattle, folks. It's an awesome town, but I wouldn't want to live there. We'll play a little Am I Inside?
I don't know if it rains more there or Virginia.
I
guess there.
Well, the last week.
Every fucking day in Virginia.
August. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, July was the same. We're old.
That weather. There's so much rain lately.
That's some good harmonizations there.
It's at least a 3-part harmony. Could be 4. Yeah, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That Wilson girl, she can sing, huh?
God damn, everyone can sing.
Wonder if she's ever been in a famous band.
I don't know. She should be.
I don't know. I'm going barracuda fishing this weekend. So.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
I guess we need to talk about Love Song.
We have to. I mean, and how can you not enjoy this song? I mean, it's a train wreck, but it's a purposeful train wreck. You know? Yes. Like, which one of you would called it a Mr. Bungle song?
I did.
Joe.
That is, exactly. I mean, except that this is kind of Mr. Bungle purposely fucking up instead of Mr. Bungle like intentionally and brilliantly like creating noise. This is intentional of train wreck instead of purpose. I mean, I don't know. The fact that they all changed instruments, I like that.
Yeah, right. Because Lane Staley's on drums on this song, right?
Yeah, they have Mike Starr on guitar, Cantrell on bass, Staley on drums.
I should play this on Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
On loop.
Yeah.
Yes. At your front door. This should be.
Don't go to
Might
the
actually
house.
end up with a bunch of high school kids just sitting there like, dude, man, this house is cool. That bong.
All right. You get the point.
Yeah.
It does that for about 4 minutes.
Yep. And that's the whole song.
I hadn't heard that in 30 years.
Yeah, I know. Me neither.
I mean, I'd forgotten
I mean,
about
let's
it.
face it. If there's a song that you're going to go back to from this album, it's never going to be that one.
No.
Like, you're going to hit that and be like, oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that one. That's right.
Yeah.
That was purged from my memory completely.
Yeah.
That was just like deleted entirely. It's like, oh, yeah, that. Huh. Yeah.
All right. Should we? I guess we should grade
Yes.
this. Huh?
Sure.
We grade EPs, right?
Yeah.
We
Of
grade
course.
EPs.
You've got to create everything.
Is that becoming a thing with you, Joe? Do we grade EPs?
Is that part of the canon of the show?
I think it is at this point.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think it is, Tim?
I think it's a B. Solid.
I do too.
That was
I
great
just-
too. Yeah. B.
Yeah, it's a B. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go B+. Just
I mean, it's a good album.
This is definitely a solid pickup.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Especially for $72.99.
Yeah, but you got what? 4 more songs on top of this one.
Five or six, I think.
Five,
in that one.
5 or 6
Plus,
how many songs are on?
There's some stuff from the MTV Unplugged on there too.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a value. It's
I
good
had no
value,
clue.
I should say.
All right, moving on. Talk about Nirvana now. Let's play a little bit of this album. Opening track. So yeah, interesting because I'll name the band members, but
all
drummers.
4 of the drummers.
Exactly.
Can you figure out who's on which? Do you know?
I know from what reading, where
yeah,
it's out there.
Oh, I didn't dig in that much. Jesus.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain on obviously vocals and guitar, Chris Novoselic on bass, and
For
then drummers.
all the tracks, I think.
Yes,
Everyone.
all the tracks. And then drummers, you got Dale Crover, Chad Channing, Dan Peters, and Dave Grohl. And if you want to talk about producers,
okay, let's start off the whole thing. Just mentioning this is a compilation album for the movie.
Yes. This is there are a bunch of different recordings from different, like there's live stuff. I mean, it's BBC, not really live, like
a lot of
live
stuff
in the
from
studio
Peel Sessions. Except that's the thing I don't get. Like Peel Sessions, it's like Peel Sessions produced by Dale Griffin. It's like, why not Peel? Where was John Peel doing?
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he produce one of them?
I don't think so.
I don't think there was 2 different Peel sessions used in these recordings. Some of this was done. Some of this was the original demo that they put out. They trying to get on the label.
You can kind of tell based on the songs, like what era these songs were written, right? Like,
yeah, definitely.
A lot of the stuff sounds like it should have been on Bleach, or could have been a B-side from Bleach.
There's a couple that should have been on an album, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I agree. Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Yeah. It's surprising that they weren't actually.
Yeah.
Some of them are better than some of the songs on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't an album.
Well,
this doesn't count.
I mean, it is an album, but it's not, like you said, it's a compilation. It's like it's almost like a bunch of B-sides thrown together on an album. Yeah.
Because they only had 3 albums, really, like true albums.
Yeah.
And there's cover songs on this album too, which, funny enough, I didn't even realize they were covers.
Oh, really?
I started looking at
I didn't know that either.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. No wonder it doesn't sound like typical Nirvana.
When I was reading for this one, it was just like, blah, blah, doing a Devo cover, just like, Devo. And then I'm like going through it. Oh, that's a Devo song.
Yeah.
But that's another thing, like, 2 of the songs, Molly's Lips, probably the most famous song on this is Molly's Lips, right?
The original song.
I don't know if it's.
I didn't even listen
famous.
to the original.
I think Aneurysm's the most famous, isn't it?
You think Aneurysm?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, they played a lot. They played that live a lot. They opened concerts with that song.
Isn't that the first track on the Muddy Banks of? Whatever?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Wish Tall, whatever.
Yeah.
Tall.
Yeah.
But one way or another, his daughter is actually named after what is it? Their bassist,
Francis Bean.
Francis Bean. Is it like the bassist from the Vaselines or something?
Something like that. I've got it written down here somewhere.
Yeah, there's Francis McKee.
Francis McKee is yeah.
Who is that?
The Vase Lines.
Yes, the Vaselines.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So yes. Francis, his daughter Frances is named after Francis McKee of the Vaselines.
Okay.
Frank.
You want to talk about this cover art?
Sure. I didn't really realize just like with Sap, I never really paid attention to it, but it makes sense now.
Yeah, I didn't either. And then I read about it. I was like, oh, okay. It's painted by Cobain. Let's see. What does it say? The front cover prominently displays a poppy hinting at Cobain's struggle with heroin addiction.
2 poppies.
Yeah.
And then there's like a devil on his shoulder pulling him towards the poppy. Pulling his arm specifically. I think so. Isn't that a devil?
Looks like a devil.
It's a weird looking devil, but yeah.
It's like a cat devil.
It's like a dog devil. Yeah. The other thing about not the album cover, but I found this interesting. I didn't realize the liner notes. There was a
that's the biggest thing about this album, I think.
I love that. There's a message in the liner notes that says, "If any of you in any way hate homosexuals, people of different color, or women, please do this one favor for us: leave us the fuck alone. Don't come to our shows and don't buy our records."
Yeah,
love that.
Also, apparently, the album cover was part of what convinced Cobain to. The record company had to convince them to like release these tracks again. And part of the deal was he could do the album cover.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, this was it's flat out money grab. You know, it's just like, hey, we've got all this material. It's going to sell. This is Nirvana right now.
Yeah,
There's no one else. Just like
it's their fucking job. The point of it is to make money. So why wouldn't you do this? Fucking
absolutely
stupid alternative assholes that are like,
I mean, think about it. It's 4 different drummers and all this different shit because it's a whole bunch of crap from previously recorded stuff that maybe the band wouldn't have wanted to put out, but this is all solid stuff. So it's not too surprising that they did. I mean, yeah. We can go into that.
We'll get into the tracks and we'll talk about some of these songs that are like.
I mean, it's evident, very evident. As much as, let's face it, Cobain is not freaking Jimmy Page. He is not some grandiose Joe Satriani.
He's not a very good guitar player at all.
He's not a great, exactly. But the guy can normally write a hook. I mean, that guy can really get.
That's his strength.
Yeah,
for sure.
Where are the hooks on this album? That's the thing. Like, I'm listening to this, and I'm just like, it's a good song. It sounds like kind of Ramonesy in the simplicity of it, but I'm not hearing those hooks that are just all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few.
Well, that's why these were B-sides, and they weren't.
Exactly.
That's
my entire point is the fact that this is definitely it's Nirvana music. Well, besides the numerous covers that are all over this thing. But
there's 3. Yeah.
There's 4.
Are there 4? I thought there were 3.
There's Devo. There's 2 Vaselines. There's 1 Devo.
I thought there was just the 3.
Maybe there's just those 3. Okay. Whatever.
Anyway. Well, it's funny that you said it's kind of a cash grab because they wanted to call this album Cash Cow.
And it was supposed to. Well, actually, it did come out right around Christmas too. So.
Yes, that was intentional though.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
Yeah. Sub Pop basically, what was it? Here's what I took a note on this actually. It says, let's see, in early 92, Jonathan Poneman of Sub Pop contacted Gary Gersh, who previously signed Nirvana to DGC, to inform him that Sub Pop still had a number of unreleased early Nirvana recordings in their possession. The band had intended to release the material via Sub Pop and cynically called it Cash Cow. However, Sub Pop could not match Geffen's distribution network, and the band felt that getting the material maximum exposure was important. So Sub Pop sold the recordings to Geffen for a 6-figure amount on the condition the band would create and approve the release of an album by Christmas 1992. So, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to talk about the production? I mean, it's
all. I mean, there's no way to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we could do track by track and we talk about it, but
if we really feel the need to mention.
Yeah, we can bring it up as we go if needed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't think we need to go full track by track. I mean, we can look it through. Look at each track.
I mean, what do we? I mean, let's face it.
I have notes on each one.
A little of.
Well, the second and third songs
pretty catchy. The tracks.
I think.
Yeah.
Sliver, what is that? It's about him being like a 10-year-old or something.
Yeah.
Grandma's.
I know.
He's
my note on that was like
grandparents' house.
The lyrics of this are so juvenile, and I would not usually be a fan of a song like this, but I like it a lot for some reason.
I don't. It works for some reason.
Wasn't it
exactly?
Wasn't it like a radio song?
Yeah, I would say
was it?
Of this album, it was the biggest. It and Molly's Lips were probably the 2 biggest things played on radio or MTV.
I never heard either one on the radio that I can remember.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I know they played it live a bunch,
yeah,
but I don't know if it was
it's on their
radio.
live album.
It's
Both of those?
possible.
Okay.
But I just don't remember it from the radio.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. The thing about this song was, we're talking about Sliver, right?
Yeah.
It was recorded in July 1990 when Tad, they were hanging out with Tad. Tad was recording and on a dinner break. So Mudhoney's Dan Peters, hey, Mudhoney's in there again.
There you go.
Drummed for this during the session, and they pretty much recorded. I'm not sure what other songs. Let's see here. They recorded it in an hour. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So that's this song was recorded during Tad's recording session with Mudhoney's drummer, and that's yeah, there we go. But yeah, I do love it. It's a song about like being abandoned, like being your parents dropping you off with your grandparents and then hightailing it.
Yeah, I couldn't chew my meat so good, and Grandma take me home. Grandma take me home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you going to say to it?
It was a radio song. It was a single, and there was a video for it.
Really? I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I don't remember the video, but apparently the video came out in December of '92.
Huh. Must have been the first video from it, because
it actually says the song was released as a non-album single by the band's then record label Sub Pop in September 1990.
Oh wow!
And then later in '92, it was released for this.
Huh.
Mom and Dad went to a show. They dropped me off at Grandpa Joe's. I kicked and screamed, said please no. Grandma take me home. 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 I had to eat my dinner there. Mashed potatoes and stuff like that. I couldn't chew my meat.
Well, you were saying earlier, Keith, that you're trying to find those hooks, and I think this is a song.
This one,
where,
yeah.
like he's got the melody is great. A lot of good hooky choruses, like the "Grandma Take Me Home" that gets in your head.
Yeah,
So it's definitely one of the highlights on the album for me.
It's kind of nevermindish.
This is definitely one of the highlights of this album.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's got 43 million streams on Spotify.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Which is by far the most from this. Well, Aneurysm has 31 million, but this one has 43. So
that's crazy.
By far the two.
I would think Aneurysm would be higher, but
yeah, me too. It's a better song than this one.
Oh, one thing I didn't mention earlier: this album has 15 songs and it's 44 minutes long. So, just saying, a lot of very short songs.
Could be shorter.
Yeah, true.
Should have
been. We'll get
Stain is it's a pretty bleachy sounding song, isn't it?
For sure. Yes.
It was recorded for the Blues Sessions, and it's like, what are the Blues Sessions?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is, man.
I don't either. But it was the Blues.
I'll pop some wizards from here, pal.
The Blues Session.
Yeah.
Well, Blue is a song on Bleach.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, I see.
Definitely sounds like a Bleach song.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And it's the second verse, same as the first verse song.
I was going to say, that's pretty much, you've just heard the whole song.
Yeah.
There's a little guitar solo in there, which is not very good, but again.
Well, Kurt Cobain, Heart solo is never going to be.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Admittedly, he wasn't the best guitar solo.
He would even, if he was still alive, he would even admit that. So,
well, I mean,
I don't have a problem admitting.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember an interview with the two guys.
Dave Grohl?
God damn it, his drummer.
Yeah, Dave Grohl.
Dave
Chris
and no, Dave and
Chad Channing.
Man, ever since you turned 46, your memories.
Yeah, oh my God, my fucking memories. It's not Darby Crash. It's the
Pat Smear
of the Pat Smear. Pat Smear and Dave Grohl were being interviewed.
Yeah,
and Pat told a story one time he and Kurt were after he joined Nirvana were kind of backstage and they kind of popped into this room and I think we even might have played this interview, but there's Dave sitting there playing guitar and the both of them look at each other and like, fuck, our drummer's a better guitar player than both of them.
He's a talented guy.
Is.
Yeah.
He's a better singer too.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, he might be able to do more talent. He might be more talented. He doesn't sound as good though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a very distinctive voice, so it's hard to compare.
I'm not a Foo Fighters fan, so I
don't
really listen to this.
So the next 5 songs were all the BBC sessions. Different sessions, I guess. Because
there were 2 different London sessions, but this was the ones recorded by Dale Griffin, whoever that is.
Yeah, Dale Griffin.
Dale Griffin.
And Ben is Son is the first, and so that when I first said there were 4 covers, I was thinking Ben is Son.
Son of a Gun. Yeah, that tricked me. Like that. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Turnaround is a Devo tune. Molly's Lips and Son of a Gun are both Vaselines.
Yeah.
Hey, can you play the Devo version of Turnaround?
If you want to hear it.
Yeah.
No.
Hate it.
It sounds like credits in a Nintendo video game.
It sounds like Joe. It sounds like the Ultimate Guitar. The actual the 8-bit type sounding guitar they play.
Sounds like a bunch of virgins.
Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, I play the Nirvana one now.
Yeah.
What's funny is I thought the drums sounded very electronic anyway.
Yeah, they do on this.
I mean, this is a better version, but it's still not a great song.
Yeah. Yeah,
not one of the highlights for me on this album.
That's 100%. You bought a CD single. That's the B-side.
Yep.
Or a cassette single.
Yeah. I liked Ben a Son though, not a cover song, but
it's a cool song.
It's it was more to me more traditional sounding Nirvana, like Nevermind era type stuff. Actually it sounds a little, what is the name of this? On a Plane. It starts on a plane. Start there soft.
Yeah, 100%.
Without any words. Yeah. Got so high. Yeah.
That song goes back to 1989.
Really?
Yeah.
Good vocal harmonies in this song. I mean, they're simple but effective. Yeah, good song.
It was on a EP.
So that's track 5 for you?
No, that's track 4.
Okay, all right.
We kind of skipped around.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Do you want to hear the original Molly's Lips? Oof.
Maybe. Yeah.
She said she took me anyway.
Ooh.
Oh man.
She stays with me. She said she took me everywhere.
Oh.
She took me anywhere. As long as
It sounds live.
What the fuck was that?
Man.
It's like
that's like the
horn. It's like
it's like that person's parents told her she could sing. No, you're really good.
Song. Oof.
No, it sounds really good.
Yeah. Who listens to that and goes, I love this?
Sounds great.
I mean, they were not. I know the band, so it's not as though they weren't like. I mean, they weren't huge rock stars, but they weren't unknown.
I thought you meant you knew him personally.
Oh, please.
It sounds like it's like Dave Mustaine
when he re-recorded.
Where's the war? I got nice crime.
Wow.
From that.
I mean, Nirvana's version makes it sound like it's, an awesome song comparatively.
I like this song.
This is definitely one of my favorite songs of this album.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
Ah, shut up.
I kind of like it.
I kind of like it.
Nice little harmony there.
It's like when you hear a Bob Dylan song, you're like, how could this be any good? And then someone covers it, and you're like, oh, that's
right.
You don't like Bob Dylan?
I don't like his vocals, no.
Nah.
Son of a Gun is also a Vaseline song. Would you like to hear that original?
Of course.
I already know I like the Bruce Dickinson version better.
Son of a Gun.
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Changes quickly.
Thank you. Nope.
Son of a Gun.
This band sounds like a band that a girl I would have liked in high school was into.
Yeah.
And she probably would have hated heavy metal.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry about that.
That scared the crap out of my cat when that happened.
Feedback?
Yeah. Sounds just like a fire alarm.
This blows away the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I didn't know until like 5 days ago that this was a cover song.
Less than that, probably.
Yeah, I didn't either.
You get the picture.
Yeah.
It's quite punk sounding.
It is.
It is. Very, very, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are a punk-based band. They were.
Yeah.
It's called wussy punk.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the Vaselines ever considered themselves a punk band. So.
Oh, okay.
I hope not.
I don't know what that was. I hope I never hear them again.
They were like Scottish or something. So.
Didn't they cover another song by them on the Unplugged?
Yeah. I think, was it the
Bird song? Book about birds? Oh, no.
No, that's Meat Puppets.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
It was, what is the...
Well, I can...
God, what is it?
Look it up.
Gotta look it up.
Is it Jesus Don't Want Me for a Sunbeam? Is that the name of the song? Jesus Don't Want Me.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, very good.
They did 3 Meat Puppet songs on that.
Well, Meat Puppets joined them on stage for that too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That might explain that.
Yeah.
They're like, Nirvana's like, you want to play with us? Only if you play our songs. Otherwise, we're not doing it.
Play our hits.
I listened to that Unplugged a lot back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Everybody did.
I do not own. I never owned a single one of the Unplugged stuff. And it's like, what the hell's wrong with me? Because there's some really great stuff in all that.
Yeah.
I don't think I wanted to buy anything that had MTV.
Yeah.
On it.
I get that. The Nirvana one is so good though. I mean, there's a lot of really good versions of songs on that.
The 3 Seattle bands, those are all really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Soundgarden didn't do one, did they?
No.
Stupid.
Idiots.
Although
they were pretty busy
They
back
could've
at
done
that
it.
time.
Yeah, that's right.
But Stone Temple Pilots did.
They did.
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck.
That's for Keith.
That's right.
So did Korn.
Korn did. Yeah.
Korn did an.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh fuck that!
So did.
How did that work out? Please tell me they did the beatboxing.
I've actually never listened to it. I've just I've seen it pop up on like yeah, I've seen it pop up on like vinyl ads every now and then. I'm like, why would I want that?
Because you're such a big Korn fan.
I do like a lot of Korn.
You do.
But all right.
Where we at?
All right. So let's get back to beeswax. This is,
well, we skipped Polly, but that's we talked about that one last.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, and let's face it.
Oh.
I mean, considering the whole purpose of this release was, to say fuck you for. I mean, that song is flat out about like somebody, imprisoning a woman and using her and however that guy felt like. Like, why is that song on this album?
Well, it's a different version. It's
true, but
it's a punk version. So it says new wave.
It's not. Yeah, but it's not. It's definitely not the acoustic thing going on.
Yeah,
the drums are awesome on this.
I like this version better.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
who did drums on this?
Was if for no other reason, it's over quicker.
I think Grohl. Pretty sure Dave Grohl did.
It is.
Sounds like
it was London '91. So yeah.
He helped write the song. So
yeah. The drum fills in the chorus were awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. He is.
He's going crazy.
Yeah, he's by far their best drummer. It's
well, there's not a whole lot of competition. Yeah. I mean, I will have to say this, like, I have this, and I have I was listening to this in my car because I got it on my iPad or iPod, whatever, iPhone, whatever the fuck I have. One way or another, I'm listening to it, in my car, and I got my, was driving around with my 8-year-old son, and listening to this entire album, and this song comes on, and I'm just like, it's really weird how he can sometimes like note to me that he can understand some of the lyrics of various other songs. I really hope he can't fucking tell a goddamn thing he's saying right now. Oh shit, how am I gonna get out of this one?
Why does her back hurt, Daddy?
Exercising. She does a lot of running.
Oh man.
Beeswax. That was another one that sounded like it could have been on Bleach.
But this one was done with the Melvin's drummer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I got my diddly spade. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, yeah. this one.
Yeah, I could skip this one.
You're skipping it? Okay.
Yeah, we don't. And Downer is another one that was like, it's fine.
And it was on Bleach, so
Which is the one who's got the really horribly affected voice. That's later on, isn't it?
No, that's
is that Big Long Now or it's Hairspray Queen?
Hairspray Queen, yeah.
Oh, Hairspray Queen's terrible.
I like how fucked up that one sounds. I like it sounds like it was like it and Mexican Seafood. I think let's see here, and Downer were recorded. This was all the same session, but it sounds like Hairspray Queen was just done by us when we were 17, putting out our first albums and didn't know what the fuck we were doing,
you got to curate a little bit.
By far the worst song on the album, right?
Oh,
it shouldn't have even been on there.
It's terrible.
There's no point. I do want to play the end of Downer because I feel like it's a total metal riff.
Oh yeah, it goes into full blown heavy metal.
I mean, that's
thrash almost.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Yeah, I mean, then we can go to Arrow Zeppelin, which was
Oh my god!
They took
that song.
Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin and.
But where's I don't hear the Zeppelin. Where's the Zeppelin in that?
They named it that just to be like, oh yeah, it's rock and roll. They don't know that they were incorporating.
I've always liked the song. I was just thinking about it today when I was listening to this. I was like, wait a minute. There's obviously
there's
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think there's any Zeppelin in there.
You should maybe play some of Hairspray Queen just to let people know how terrible it is.
So they can avoid it.
Sure, I guess.
Just a little taste of the. Yeah.
The bass sounds like shit too.
I like that you can hear it, but exactly. It sounds like what I would have done when I was 17 and just getting in there and just like playing what I'm supposed to be playing, not knowing that I should probably be adjusting things a little bit.
How deprived are we as bass players in rock that we're just happy to hear it? Come on, we can do better. This sucks. What is? Oh.
That's enough.
God, I had to skip it because a lot of stuff I play while I'm working.
Well,
that was like.
At least it's short. Oh wait, it's not. It's 4 minutes. It's the third longest song on the album.
Yeah,
or close to it.
Oh, skip.
Fourth, I guess. And these songs get long at the end. The last 4 are long for Nirvana.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Big Long Now, they mentioned it in the name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta play a little Aero Zeppelin because that's probably it's one of my favorite Nirvana songs. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense considering it's
what
rock and roll. They call it Aero Zeppelin is a joke because it's
just the riff.
Sounds Alice in Chains right there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. The riff during the chorus is so good, though. And the drums, of course, awesome. It almost doesn't sound like a Nirvana song.
Yeah.
I gotta get to the chorus.
That's more Slayer than.
I was thinking Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
100% Slayer.
That ride.
Yeah. That's Slayer.
Even the riff.
Yeah, it is.
This part.
Yeah.
There's the.
Great.
Was it Sweet Emotion?
Yeah.
But it's instead of going up, it's going down. Like Mr. Tyler.
All right. But yeah, that song. Whew,
it's
a good one.
Really good.
Probably my second favorite on the album. I'm sure it is.
Big Long Now. It's okay. It wasn't one that stood out.
I like the slow tempo.
Yeah, it's a little boring for me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Aneurysm though.
Aneurysm is a great.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Great.
Probably swapped with you, Joe. I'm like my favorite's Aero Zeppelin, but my second favorite's Aneurysm.
Yeah. And it was the B-side for Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
I'm so used to hearing this song live because I have like 2 or 3 different live Nirvana albums that I forgot that there's the backing vocals on this song. The be up. That thing.
Oh yeah.
Very Nirvana.
I mean, they would open concerts with this.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, this should have been on Nevermind. This is better than some of the songs on Nevermind.
I thought the same thing.
Drums are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no reason not to put this on there.
Yeah.
No reason to exclude it at all.
Fuck balls.
Let me get to some of the vocals here.
Come on over, do it best.
Those backing vocals, I totally forgot about that.
Do it and have a fit. Love you so much, you made me sad. Come on over, do it best.
I don't know why Grohl could have easily done those backing vocals live.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't. Anyway. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Great song.
All three of them wrote that one.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
That's cool.
In Polly.
Right.
New wave Polly.
Well.
All right. Do we grade compilations?
Well, I mean, one thing.
Ask every. Do we grade shitty album? Oh, sorry.
Do we even do grades ever?
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Keith?
Well, it's a part of the inlay that was written. It might have included this, but it was just like, we mentioned Polly. Last year, whatever year that was, a girl was raped by 2 wastes of sperm and eggs while they sang the lyrics to our song Polly. I have a hard time carrying on knowing that there are plankton like that in our audience. Sorry to be so anally PC, but that's the way I feel. Like that was the closing comment on his liner notes, and I feel like this album very much was a big middle finger to all of the new fans. The people that beat him up in high school that were now the clones of the people that beat him up in high school were now sitting there in the front row.
But you don't know what it means. Those people.
Exactly. Those people.
Yep.
I wish he hadn't qualified it with a sorry to be so PC. Kind of pussified the message there.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit like the Beastie Boys when they, because all their fans were just frat boys after License to Ill.
Fight for your right.
Yeah, and they were like, "That's not what we were going for."
Yeah,
and so they completely changed their image for.
Well, they apologized for. Was it Brass Monkey? Or no, girls. Yeah, girls.
Well, I mean, they could. I mean that. Yeah, they should have, and
they did.
It's good that they did.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's grade this thing. I'll start.
All right.
I give it a C+.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that. I'm going to go with the same amount. I'm going to go with the same thing. My big thing is this is an absolute must for any diehard Nirvana fan, but otherwise, I really don't think it's a necessary. Like the rest of their catalog, you're more than happy.
You take like 4 songs on this album and you put them like on a mix with.
You can get those 4 songs in probably better versions, better sounding stuff on any live album. Yeah, the live album.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was your grade, Keith?
C+. Yeah.
All right.
I'm C+.
I'm gonna go to a C. Now that I've heard some of the original versions of those songs, if they like that shit, even though they made it better, it knocks it down a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
Plus, I'm tired of getting the same grades as everybody.
I had C+ written down, but now it's like shit.
I mean,
are you right, Joe? Is it C?
C. I'm mean.
I don't know. I'd say C+, I guess. I mean, it's a good EP.
Because for me, it's like one of my favorite Nirvana songs is on this album.
Yeah.
So automatically, I have to give it at least a C+.
This could have been the length of SAP.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a good EP.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
for sure.
Yeah.
It would have been like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right.
It was a cash grab, so.
Yeah, that's right. Cash cow.
Yeah.
All albums are cash grabs.
Well, yeah. This was.
We want to do. I have some news, or we could do cool things we're doing.
Well, you gotta.
What do you want to do here?
You gotta have news. If you're gonna do news, you should do.
Yeah,
news.
Do news.
you're ready.
Somewhere in time. News. You hear it first.
Well, I was going to talk a little bit about Alice in Chains, since we just talked about Alice in Chains. They just released a new box set for the 30th anniversary of Dirt, ironically enough, since, they must have heard our podcast. I'm sure that's what I got the idea.
Yeah.
Well, two of them didn't.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
It's been like 11 years.
Well, that box set's very expensive, right?
I know. I don't think any of us are buying it. I mean,
No,
we all,
but
I think three of us.
Joe.
He didn't say it was rare.
Not yet. Give it like a few years and it'll be rare.
What is it, like $180 or something like that, or
something
200?
like that? I think it's 200 something.
Wait a minute. I do need to look this up.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, and you don't want to buy the $200 box set, you can just buy the double vinyl on Walmart's site.
Yeah, there's a couple different places that have it. I jumped the gun and was like, I don't know how many copies are going to be. So I got just the regular, it's not colored vinyl, it's just regular vinyl, but I did get the,
wait,
$30.
how much is this thing?
I think it's like, I want to say it's like $225 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's too
cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, then you have to buy it, Joe.
It's on their website. It's on Alice's
Well,
website.
it's a good thing,
expensive.
I'm not in a picture in the book.
Yeah, really. Yeah, if we were in it, we'd buy it.
Yeah, gonna have to.
I'm not buying that.
Fucking eBay already has it as $600. What the hell?
Oh,
It's got all that cool shit. And same with the Metallica box. It's got all that cool shit in there. And what do? I just leave it in the box. I don't want anything get fucked up or lost.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Great. That's a fun toy. $275. Jesus.
$275.
Whoo.
Son of
And
a
there's
bitch.
books I gotta fucking read if I get. Oh,
Isn't there like bonus stuff in there?
Sure,
yeah,
there's
there's even a little
stuff.
There's a little doll of the girl in the dirt. From the
That little
cover.
doll. Oh my god.
Is there really?
It's like a little not a doll, but little
Is she naked?
figure. Well, it's shopaliceandchains.com. It's right there.
Okay.
Again, shopaliceandchains.com. Go to shopaliceandchains.com.
Or just go to walmart.com and buy it for like $28, whatever, $31, I think.
Fuck those guys.
I am glad I'll have that album on vinyl though.
Yeah. I'm always looking for it. Whenever I find it, it was like, oh, the original version, and it's $180.
Right.
It's, like, come on.
Yeah, I'm glad they're reissuing it. It's good.
Yeah.
The only other real recent news I have is about Ghost. Just the fact that, ironically enough, their song "Mary on a Cross," which is what, like 5 years old at this point, 4 years old, something like that.
Probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It's becoming popular because somebody on TikTok shared a video from Stranger Things. Well, they put like a compilation from Stranger Things together, and they used that song. In fact, I'm gonna try this. Let's see if this works.
He's gonna try to share a video.
Yes.
No, that's
oh my
bad
god.
idea.
Oh my.
Call the lawyers.
God.
No, it'll work. Trust me. This is gonna work.
Okay, I'm confused. What's going on here? Lovers quarrel?
No way.
That is the first line.
This is insane. This is insane. What are they doing? What? Over, okay? We're just taking a break. That's what you're concerned about. Do you want to dance? Yeah. I don't know, maybe I feel like I lost you or something. Does that make sense? I have no idea what's going to happen next. But whatever it is, I think we should work together.
You get the idea.
You get the idea.
But yeah, so that song now is like
I played that whenever I saw them in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Let's look that up and see how many streams it has on Spotify now.
It's
because of that.
Also, that's the less. I guess that was intended to be the less popular of the two songs on that EP. Well, I don't even know. You call it an EP, but 7 inches of Satanic Panic.
Yeah,
right.
It's from 2019, so it's 3 years.
No, 3 years old. Okay, it's not that old.
51 million streams.
Wow.
Compared to
what?
I don't know.
Compared to like, I don't even know what their other albums.
Kiss the Go Goat. Oh well.
Well, no. I'm talking about compared to other ghost stuff.
Okay.
What about Kiss the Go Goat?
23 million.
Oh, so it's eclipsed.
Twice as, yeah.
Merry on a Cross is their most streamed song
ever.
I believe.
Jesus. That's crazy. Yeah, can you believe that?
Wait, no, that's not right. Incorrect. Square Hammer is their number one.
I would think Square Hammer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
By twice the amount.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
109 million. But that was
they're getting more. They're getting more of an audience now.
So is it time to start not liking them then?
Yeah, that's
They sold out.
They sold out, man.
They sold out because some random person on TikTok used their music.
Yeah,
something they can't control.
That's right. Any excuse to say they sold out any band.
I think the copyright they can control it.
True.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, cool things going on with you guys. Anything you want to share? Tim, I know you have something you want to share.
I have two things. Depends which one you want to hear first. One is
at the same time.
One.
Why don't you do the Metallica one, and maybe we can save the other one for our banter in the beginning of the next episode or something.
Okay.
Next
Does that
week
make sense?
I'll give you a teaser with the other. The other one is a visit about a vasectomy consult. That's the second one. The first one is I saw Metallica in Pittsburgh last weekend.
Yeah.
It was great. I had regular seats, and I went in with kind of like no real expectations, so I had a really good time. But I don't know what's going on with Metallica's lines for their merch. Remember when we were in San Francisco?
Yeah.
And the line was like,
oh yeah,
it was the same thing here. So I had to sit through stupid Greta Van Fleet's entire set, waiting to buy a T-shirt. And oh god, that band.
Wait,
well, I mean, let's face it, you were in line instead of watching Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
So
well, I was here. They were right over there because it was like in a stadium. It was in PNC Park, which is a baseball stadium. So like I could see them and I could hear them. I was having to tolerate this fucking Led Zeppelin. I'm literally singing Led Zeppelin songs almost subconsciously as I'm like, oh, this is Good Times, Bad Times. Wait a minute. No, it's Greta Van Fleet. Like, fuck you guys. Then I don't know, Eric's seen this before, but whenever I'm at a show and I'm in line, for some reason, I'm the guy who everyone is like, excuse me, I need to get through here. That's me every time. I'm the guy that just is shoved away, like pushed aside so they can get through.
That's on you, Tim.
I mean, yeah, you're an easy mark.
No, it's not.
I mean, people walk up to you like, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
They apparently, so the guy behind me is a super tall, like 6'3" or 6'4" guy. And he goes, what is going on with you, dude? I was like, I'm like, what? And he's like, everyone is walking in front of you. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm as close to the person in front of me as I can get. Like this is, and as a girl, so I'm like, I can't get that close, but close enough to where like, there's not an obvious gaping.
Touch her butthole with
I wasn't that close. So then this guy goes, well, how about if we try to make like a wall and let's see if they don't, he's like, cause I think I'm going to count how many people actually get in front of you. And I'm like, dude, you better start at like 50 because there's already been about 50 people. And by the way, this is how this happens at every show. He's like, well, let's try it. Let's make like a wall and I'll like block it so people can't get in front of you. It didn't matter.
You just have a gentle countenance about you.
He's like, maybe you have a nice face.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Because trust me, I don't have that issue. I look like a dick.
God, it's so annoying. And he's like, I wore a white shirt. I wear a white Metallica shirt. So I was like, I'm going to wear a white shirt. Everyone's wearing black. I'm wearing white.
Yeah,
he's like, maybe it's the white shirt. I'm like, it's not the white shirt. Because this happens. I could wear a green shirt. I could wear a blue shirt. I could wear a red. It doesn't matter. So then this takes like all the Greta Van Fleet set. Plus I'm like, am I going to miss like, if Metallica starts playing their intro, I'm leaving. Fuck that. I'm watching
Right,
Metallica.
of course. Yeah.
But I managed to get to the front. So I get all the way up and this guy walks up and he goes, I'll give you $10 to buy me a shirt. I'll give you $10 extra. I'll give you $55. Well, $50 if you buy me that shirt. It was $40 for the shirt, so I earned $10.
So he didn't have to wait in line, basically.
I think he's like, sold yourself short by a lot.
Well, he ended up giving me 15 extra. But he's like, over there, the shirt that I wanted, they just took off the rack, like they sold out completely. And he's like, I want that shirt in large. Can you buy it for me? I'll give you money. And I'm like, what? See, once again, me. Like the guy walks up to nobody else.
You have a nice face.
I have a nice face. Of course I did it. I was like, don't tell anyone I'm doing this, but okay, it's fine. I'll buy you the goddamn shirt.
Well, Tim, I got to tell you this. Don't ever fucking go to prison.
Oh,
You're not kidding. It would be bad. I'm somebody's bitch.
Somebody's bitch.
But the show was
right.
fantastic. Anyway, it was Metallica put on a great show. The set list was actually for an American show, because Europe gets all the good shit. They get like Bleeding Me and Damage Incorporated. But Metallica did play Ride the Lightning. They played Dirty Window. They played Whiskey in a Jar. They played a bunch of stuff that they don't ordinary. It wasn't your typical like here's 6 songs from the Black Album.
Dirty Window.
It was good.
Okay.
It was super. Even Pam was like, not bad. Pam hates Saint Anger, but Kirk played a solo.
She's the one, huh?
She's the barometer for that.
Actually, the last time I listened to that album, it wasn't so bad.
No,
maybe it was just underappreciated in its own time.
They made it. It sounded heavier. They put like this echo, and James was doing like this super deep voice.
They got rid of that snare too.
Well,
yeah, that helps.
Yeah, Lars, I'm playing like this. No,
yeah, right.
It was a regular snare. Yeah, it wasn't that. But it was, it was a super nice night. It was only like 75 degrees. It was cool.
You didn't get COVID from the woman.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the other thing. This chick behind us. So I've had, Eric and I have been to. We've had like the beer guy
it's mandatory. If we go to a concert, something's gonna get spilled on us.
Yeah, something's
gonna get
the guy,
a beer
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, dude. That's definitely happening. That did not happen. However, this was new. The person behind us, this chick, was headbanging so hard, and her hair was so long that Pam and I were getting like whipped with this sweaty hair, like wow, like in time with the music. And Pam's like, "What the fuck?" And we're like watching like this. I have a video of her, but we're having to lean forward, like, or stand up, or like just get out of the way of this mop that's like, and she's air guitaring and like doing all the stuff. But yeah, that was a first. I had never had.
Please tell me she was like 73.
No.
Although Tim sent me the video, she looked a little like a rock version of Kyle's mom from South Park.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, red hair. I don't know, whatever.
Well, all that for $170, Tim.
No, the show was great.
Well, he made $15. He made $15 off that T-shirt.
Take that off the ticket price right there.
There you go.
Yeah. I bought 2 shirts. I was so mad.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can't follow that story up.
Wait till I tell the vasectomy story.
I got a new car. I mean, it was
That's cool. You got a Subaru.
Subaru. Everyone's got a Subaru now. Except
Subi, yeah.
Subi, honey.
Hondas. My
I have a Honda also. My wife is the one that has the Subaru. I still have a Honda.
Subaru's
a 2013 Honda.
Oh, we have 2 Subarus.
For me, I'm going to be honest with my thing that I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately, and somehow I ended up finally watching The Staircase. You guys are familiar with?
Is this a spoiler-free review?
What's it about?
It's about a murder that took place in 2001. So the winter of 2001. What's the guy's name? He's an author.
Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, that's great.
That's Michael Peterson is this crime author, crime novelist, and pretty much his wife died in December 2001.
Lacey Peterson?
No, it's Michael Peterson.
Okay.
This is
she's
totally
the one who
different
killed
Peterson.
her kid. Okay, that's right.
No,
right?
Scott Peterson killed Lacey Peterson.
Okay,
who was pregnant with Scott Peterson's kid. Only Scott Peterson
didn't really do it, right?
I'm pretty sure he did. One way or
I
another.
think he didn't. Was the consensus?
Well, Michael Peterson, his wife died. He was down at the pool, like drinking some, hanging out, and did not hear. One way or another, it turned into this long-term court case where he went to jail for like a decade. Appeal finally comes up because one of the main, CSI guys, Tex, was flat out, purposefully and intentionally doing things to bend, the science to make sure that, the prosecution always won. So a lot of his cases all of a sudden got, brought back up. This guy ended up getting out. And the big thing about this is the owl theory, where it's thought that, his wife, was walking up the stairs and was attacked by an owl. And now that I've watched both the documentary and I've watched the miniseries about this, the owl theory makes just as much sense as anything else, because it is as much as you guys are staring at me because you don't know, you're unfamiliar with this. Hey, anybody who wants to, it's a long ride, but it's worth it. The Staircase is a documentary done by these French. Once he got arrested originally, this French documentary firm came in and started documenting. They wanted to record the prosecution and the defense. The prosecution was like, "Fuck you, man," because it happened in North Carolina, and it's just like Southerners being jackass Southerners. So one way or another, they only recorded, the defense side. And what's crazy is one of the people involved in the documentary kind of production, she's French, ended up, romantically involved with Michael Peterson. And that comes out in the miniseries that was, I think, done by HBO. It's on HBO right now, but it is mind-blowing. Really, at the end of it, you have no idea how that poor woman died because, for the most part, there's blood all over the place at the bottom of the staircase, and she has deep wounds in the back of her head, but she's got no skull fracture. It's like if she was beaten with anything that would have busted her skull, at least there would have been some sign of that. There was none. She just has these deep cuts that caused immense bleeding and caused her eventually to bleed out. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense how, and also, like, we all have seen at CSI, like, if somebody was beating her to death with something that would have caused this, as soon as you hit her in the head and then pull your weapon back, you're going to get blood splatter all over the place. Ceiling, there's no blood splatter. So it's like, in order for him to have, done the way like the original prosecution said, he would have had to hit her in the head with this thing, with a weapon of some sort that wouldn't have fractured her skull, then wiped it off, thought to be like, oh, I can't get blood splatter around here, and then hit her again, and then wiped it off. And it's insane what happened to that poor woman. Oh my God, it is sad because death sucks, but it's an interesting little bizarre. The big, tangent that the court case came in is the fact that, was he happily married to her because he was bisexual and was, fucking male prostitutes.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it is an interesting ride.
What's it called? The Stairwell?
It's the Staircase.
Staircase? Okay.
Yeah.
What's it on?
The Stairwell sucks. Don't watch that one.
HBO, sounds like HBO Max, I guess.
As long as it's not
HBO.
Netflix, because they burned me too many times with.
Yeah, the documentary series is called The Staircase.
What was Making a Murderer?
Oh, I don't think I ever finished that. I started it, but I never finished it.
Well, when you read about like the real shit, I don't want to watch anything by Netflix anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Then I watched The Lion King, so I don't know.
What?
You don't want to watch anything by Netflix anymore because of
the Tiger King, not Lion King. Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger King.
Tiger King, right? Lion King.
Like, what did the Lion King have to do?
Lion King? What about the Woodstock 99 documentary? That was pretty good.
I'm still skeptical. I don't know.
It's not.
He definitely paint people as a bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely paints some people as a bad guy, but it definitely. I mean, it doesn't mention Metallica. It doesn't mention Megadeth. Is not. Wait, at least Metallica's interviewed in it. Megadeth. I mean, they aren't even mentioned that they were playing during some of the
Dave
worst parts of that.
Invented burning down Woodstock because they were playing while it burned.
Yeah.
But it's not mentioned. Yeah. It's kind of.
I guess they check it out. I saw the other documentary on what was it, Amazon or Hulu or whatever. There was a movie. It was like a.
Oh yeah,
it
I
wasn't
saw
a series.
Too. Yeah.
So it's only I think 3 episodes.
It's short.
The Netflix one.
Short. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's factual. They just leave certain things out, which is kind of weird.
Which makes
it's odd. You're like, why would you not mention that? Why would that's weird?
Yeah.
But it's worth watching. But
all right. Well,
do we grade documentaries?
I'd give that a B-. Stan gives it an F.
We don't grade documentaries.
Aha! I knew there was something.
There was I
knew you.
It's a different podcast. Oh, at this point, it does sound like we're a podcast about that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, sorry it took so long, but most other people besides the three of you are well aware of what I'm talking about. I think.
Okay.
All right. Well,
their bubble.
Let's end this one for now. Next week, next episode, we'll be talking about Suicidal, Art of Rebellion. But until then, for Keith and Joe and Tim, I'm Eric saying
thank you. Good fucking night.
Sorry for the cursing. I tend to curse. I say stupid things.
Energy, aggression, power.
To sum it up, it's a
vulgar display of power. Sometimes I think you drink just a little too much blood. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a Bloodaholics Anonymous.
Cutting up. Cutting it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan. Look out!
Some country called him,